This tape will be dealing with conditioning and drills, level 1. You're going to see things here you've never seen other places. We've stuck them together. Take some of the guesswork out of training. Now, we're not training, this is not training to be a professional fighter right now. We're just trying to train you to be a more efficient self-survivor in street situations. Working with me today is Brandon Cole. We shot this on location in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We want to show you that you don't need a whole lot of fancy equipment or a whole lot of extra training partners to help you. Most of these things can be done by yourself, solo training, okay? That way, it's what most people have called and talked to me about. How do I train alone? Well, here it is. Here's how you're going to do it. You're also going to see us working with weights later on. But right now, stick with us. This stuff is fun. It's going to be a little hard. Start out slow. And you're going to get better. You have to move your whole body. If you just move part of your body, you're not getting away from the guy who might be fighting you, trying to hurt you. So this drill is, he's going to be jumping in a rectangle. Remember, he's not going to do this for the exact length of time we do it when we train. Start out jumping in the rectangle or the box, hopping, if you want to call it that, hopping around for say 4 or 5 times, and build it up. It's harder than it looks. Okay, you might be sore. Don't do this more than 3 times a week, all right? Also, Brandon will not be switching directions. When you get better, switch directions, go back and forth. We just want to demonstrate all these different drills that we use, okay? So this way, you're going to get better. So watch Brandon, watch what he does, follow along, replay this, and you're going to get better. To get used to this, this is a hopping push-up drill. Now, I want you to follow along with me. Start out, don't try to hop too far forward or too far to the left or too far to the right. And remember, going backwards is the point that really gets you. That way it's going to burn you out. This is going to make you much quicker at reacting your upper body, okay? You don't need anybody to help you with this. You wear your own self out. So stick with me and watch, all right? Okay, for camera purposes, I couldn't go a long way left or right or up and back. So you're trying to go a little further than I did. But you get the idea. Watch that and rewind and have fun with it. It's going to help you. Reacting, right? We don't want you to end up like a deer in the headlights of the car. What happens to the deer? He's on the road, you're driving, headlights hit him, it freezes his perceptual field. He's there, he can get run over quickly, quickly get run over. We don't want you to end up like the deer. But if you honk the horn, turn the lights out, usually that gives another stimulus and the deer takes off. Now, we're going to train you with the same sort of reaction drills. We want you to be able to move out of the way. How do you move out of the way? You do it by practicing moving quickly, reacting quickly. This is a reaction drill. Watch, it's a total body thing, like we were talking about, because agility is more important than a one single limb coordination. So watch me and do this. Once again, I'm not going to do it for 3 minutes. It has to be optimal. Do this for 3 minutes. You're going to be worn out, but it's a lot of fun. So here we go. Okay, now I went forward and back, and I also went diagonal. So try all those directions. It's fun. It gets you used to having to move when you don't want to. Because remember, you're going to do under stress the same that you'll do when you're tired. If you can do it when you're tired, you'll do it when you're under stress. That's how your nervous system works. All right, we're ready to move on, so get ready. When you're out running, jogging, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about running later, how to use it a different way. A lot of people have a lot of conflicting ideas about running. We'll try to set you straight on that a little later on. But right now, Brand's going to be almost running in place. It may look like shadow sparring, shadow drilling, shadow fighting, but not quite. He'd actually be moving, okay? Now you're going to watch him. He's just going to spend a little bit of time here. Now this one you can do as much as you want. 10, 20 minutes of this. You can alternate how fast you're punching too. He's going to show you what it looks like. Now, if you look like Brandon, you're doing it right, okay? So pay attention to him and do what he's doing. Whoa. It's hard. Now, every other week or so, we like to go through something like we like to call hill training. So we do lots of repetitions of this sort of thing. This hurts, especially if you do this after you've run, you've done some other things. This is a coordination drill, but it's also a massive builder for your total body endurance, okay? This is a gladiator drill, and this has been around for a long time. When they shot Spartacus, they did a lot, the movie Spartacus, they did a lot of research on the direct history of how gladiators trained. This is one of the things that they found shooting that movie, one of the drills. Okay, stick with me. I'm not going to do this for very long. You can do 25 repetitions at first. You're doing pretty well. Build up to 50 when you're fresh. When you're tired, it's harder. Here we go. So I'm going to jump up, go down, sprawl out, do a push-up, go back, and jump back up. Stick with me. Okay, fun. I feel better. Try it. Rewind, watch it. It's easy, but not to do. Try it.
4.
Pole drill because it's a big metal pole. That's why we call it a pole drill. Brandon's going to do push kicks first. You can practice push kicking off of it to keep your balance. Balance drill here. You also see him kind of hop up, touch the drill, touch the pole. That's a drill. The touch drill we call that on the pole. So you see him push kick first, and he'll do touching with his hands, jumping up, touching. You can also free form with it. And that means you can push kick it, and then you can hop up and touch it. Okay, that's getting your whole body involved in agility again. It's more difficult than it looks, especially when you do it for 5 minutes at a time. So watch Brandon. Once again, if you're doing it like he is, you got it down right, okay? Because he knows what he's doing. So watch him. That I want to make that's very, very important is that when you're doing the pole drills, you saw Brandon do the pole drills with the kicking and the touching, which can symbolize straight blast. Just don't straight blast the pole, you're gonna hurt yourself, okay? When you see him doing that, that works the legs a great deal. Everything we're doing out here is total body. You're going to be sore if you've never done this before, so start out very slowly because you're working your whole body. We want to work the major muscle groups. Remember, one of my good friends, Louis Simmons, the #1 powerlifting coach in the United States, 17 world champions, 23 national champions, says a man is strong from his backside, not the front. We're not talking about cosmetic bodybuilding. I'm going to show you when we get to the weight gym the way we're using weights a little differently than most other people. We're training specifically to become a street survivalist here. Okay, we're not actually going in to become a professional fighter right now, but this is the beginning. This is level 1. That's why I'm talking to you about this. So you got to think about things a little differently. And right now, you're using the hip flexors, the hip. That's where all the drive comes from. If you're not able to explosively move yourself forward with that, you're not going to get it out of the way. You're just going to be like the deer in front of the car. You're going to run over. So we're working on those muscles. It's going to be a little sore for you, but stick with it. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to get better.
we're going to do now, and what most people are doing, a lot of people are confused with their lifting styles. We're doing this mainly for strength and explosiveness. There are a lot of people trying to follow bodybuilding paradigms, and that's wrong, because this is for explosiveness. So we're going to use a modified power lifting structure, and that means we're going to do high volume, high speed, and also very few reps. So I'm going to demonstrate what would be the power clean first, and then we'll see as Brandon and I go through an actual set with the lower than what we normally use for lifting weights. This is the power clean with dumbbells, obviously. These are 50s, no big deal. From the side view, obviously. Okay, now we're going to go to the 80s. And start out, and then Brandon will come in here. We'll show you what it looks like if you're really moving. What's that? Okay, good. Our rests are pretty short. We're both real tired from yesterday's stuff. Go. Okay, good, good. Okay, one more, one more. Normally we do 8 sets. This is our 4th one. We're going to stop after this because we got a lot more to show you today, and we don't want to be completely blown out. This is a whole body exercise. You have to use everything to move this weight up your shoulders. And that's what you need to do when you're in a self-defense situation, or maybe you want to become a fighter. You need this movement. Your whole body's in the fight. You got to train your whole body. Anyway, enough talking. Let's start lifting again. Go, go, go. Yeah. One more. Okay, good. Okay. Big difference here is we're not cosmetic bodybuilding. We're
this for explosiveness, and your body's going to look different because we're not training for just mass. You're going to look more, you're going to be dense, just like a powerlifter. One of my good friends, Louis Simmons, is the powerlifting trainer of the United States. 17 world champions and 23 national champions. And Louis let me borrow some of his techniques. He was my trainer when I was doing no holds barred training. And anyway, we're going to do the continuation of that movement, and that's the complete press over the head, and we drop down to 50s. Keep the rest like we've done it, not much, 10 to 20 seconds. That's a big difference. Okay. That's a lighter weight, so I'm doing 6 reps. Three, 4, 5, one more, 6, good. We're trying to get the fluid motion. A lot of coordination involved in these, more than you think there is. That's going to build agility for you. I want to once again tell you that if you have to do something for real in a self-defense situation, you only have to do it once or twice. That's why we're not doing endurance training here. The endurance training was the other conditioning and drills that you saw elsewhere on the tape. This is for explosiveness and power. Three. Sank. So. Okay. You want to do as much speed up. Remember, perfectly safe exercise is probably perfectly useless because we're not doing this for looks. We're doing this for what it will develop in us. You look like your function. Become what you do. One more. Okay, good. We're grunting a little bit, not as much as we usually do. So you have to be intense in this, aggressive in sort of lifting. But I want to say something, we're using 50s. This is exactly what we'd be training as far as sets goes. We're going to do one more set. 6 reps times 4 sets. That's good enough for this movement.
working primarily the deltoids and the triceps and the trapezius, and actually spinal erectors and obviously your hip flexor units too. And this is the most important thing. Right here is where you get the base of strength. If you don't have a strong hip section, you don't have anything. Now, we're not following a direct routine it would be doing. We're showing you abbreviated sets. And we're also going to show you moving to a different thing here. I'm going to bench. So, here we go. Okay, now this is the triceps with the 40 pounders. And you'll see I'm moving faster. Most people do with it, hopefully. Brandon's thinking about trying to throw the weights to the wall. This develops punching power. This is hitting all the triceps, especially very weak inner head. Okay, since I did 10 reps both sets, that's enough. 2 sets for me. If you go on lower, drop 2 more sets. Okay, now, see how we're not taking any rest really? This 1 to 5 minute rest stuff is not what you need. We're going to do biceps. I'm using 70-pound dumbbells. With this, I'm sitting on them, trying to get some rest. Hammer curling is more useful realistically than the normal bicep curl this way. Hammer curling is this way because that's the motion you're going to have if you grab somebody. Try to lift them up. For some of the Prolumaz moves, you'll see them later tapes of the fighting, grappling, standing grappling, and ground grappling. Okay. Okay. Okay, don't use as much weight as you possibly can. Go about 80%. Brandon's going to go in here now. Now, this isn't strict form like the bodybuilders are saying, because you have to use your whole body. So get the accessory, it means the little muscles used to lifting the weight. If you're moving the weight up constantly like we are, then you're obviously doing something right. Okay, I'm gonna make this the last set. We've got a lot to do, and you're just not just seeing us work out. We do it all the time. Come to Tulsa if you want to see us work out, or fly us to your location. We'll work out for you. But anyway, one more set. We're gonna move on to some ab workout stuff, a little different than what most people are doing. Okay, talk about the sets there. We're doing 3 reps, 8 sets, 3 reps. The rest you saw, perfect. Don't rest any more than that. I'm going to take one of the 70s and use it for abs now. Lower abs. Okay, it's also working the extensors, which are important, not just abs, because you're going to be doing things with your legs too. Okay? One more set, so we can move on so you get the idea. Then I'll do an incline ab workout maneuver, and then we'll move on to benching and back workout. This is a 70-pound dumbbell, by the way. Fun, huh? Okay, doing 6 reps there, 4 sets. Okay, I'm tired. Usually I use more weight than that, but we're going to go to the incline ab. We'll just move that in here. Okay, incline abs. Here we are. I'm keeping this at a low incline because the higher you raise it, it's more difficult, but it's also putting a lot more stress on your extensors, which you do need powerful extensors for kneeing and kicking and pushing people up and driving them away, that you'll see in other tapes. So you gotta buy all the tapes. Anyway, I'm gonna use dumbbells once again. This puts a lot on your abs. Now, I want you to see this because a lot of people are not working their abs hard, they're just doing crunches, and it doesn't relate to sport-specific application. And sport-specific, we also mean life-saving. Remember the SAID principle, specific adaptation to imposed demands, meaning you're going to do what you're trained to do, okay? If you're not training to react, you won't react. You'll be like a deer, like I've said before, stuck in the headlights of an oncoming truck or car. You're not going to move, you're not going to react. That's why we're doing these things explosively. Trying to, we're a little tired, but doing our best, so stick with us. Anyway, here we go. Okay, that's lowering my use of weight. But if you're doing 10 reps, 2 sets, good enough. And I'll do one more set for you. Okay. Remember to do it like we did, a little rest in between, okay? All right, now we're going to move off to benching and back stuff, chest and back. I got this from Louis Simmons. I always credit my sources. So Brandon's going to show you what a Zercher squats look like. Notice he's keeping it in the crook of his elbows. Okay, we're going to stay with him through the rest so you get the idea just how little the rest period really is, okay? This is important because most people are taking these too long of rests. That's a major difference with the way that we're doing lifting. You'll also notice if you're looking close that we are sweating, which most people you see lifting are not doing, because we're moving very fast between exercises. This will be Brandon's last set. He's using 135 pounds for those of you who want to know. Okay, you made it. Good job. Okay, now we're going to show another squatting exercise. This is called box squatting or bench squatting.
And actually, the power lifters use different size, different height boxes, depending on where they're at in their lifting. We're using a lightweight just to show you this movement. This is what Brandon's going to do. He's going to sit on the bench and then come back up fast. Okay, that's one set. We're going to stick with them to the rest. So once again, you get the idea that we're not resting that much. If we turn the camera off and on, you could be resting for days, but we're not. I want you to realize that. That's what makes this more difficult. Also, the sitting down on the bench cuts out a lot of the plyometrically loaded up muscles, so it's much harder to come back up. And that's why we're doing it. It's a higher stress. And you have to use more explosion. Try it, and you'll see what I mean. But remember, these things we're showing you are not that simple or not that easy, and if you have any question about the safety of them, talk to your physician, okay? Because, like I've said, a perfectly good exercise is a little bit risky. As you can see, Brandon's sweating a lot. That's because he's actually doing a lot. So if you're not sweating when you're lifting, then you're taking too long of rest and you're not moving weights that are beneficial for your continued growth. Okay, now this is only some of the things we do. On a more detailed tape, you'll see what we're doing if we're actually getting ready to fight. But these are the beginning level things that you need to do to develop better abilities to protect yourself in self-defense or in fighting. But we're not going to teach you how to become a professional fighter or what we're exactly doing. What we're showing you are things that you're not going to find other places. That's what's going to make this very beneficial. Okay, Brandon's about ready for his last set here. And you can take bets at home whether he's going to make it to all 10 or not. All right, there it was. 3 sets of 10, 30 reps altogether, very short period of time. That's box squatting or bench squatting. Try it, you're going to love it. Okay, we're going to do a shrug exercise and a grip exercise because grip strength and neck strength are very important for what we're doing. Okay, first set was 30. These are 25 kilos apiece. And I'm not going to do 30 in the next one because my grip is going to start dropping, but I don't want to rest much. Here we go.
Okay, 30 to 15. But one more. So build up your grip. Probably go before your traps will. Well, all right, that's 30, 15, or 12. Little rest, though. That's important. You need the grip straight. That's it in the traps here. All right, we're going to move on to some other things. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to do lat pull downs. A lot of different grips we can use. This way, wide, in, close. You can use a towel that develops grip straight. This is just level 1 conditioning. So we're going to do this. We're going to do, we're using 170 mediocre weight for us. And sets at 3, do 3 reps. We'll trade out. This will be how we really do it. So here we go. So it's going to be a little fun, a little hard for you guys, right? You're just watching. See, our rest is not very much, so that's why you want to stay. That's the last one. Grip. Okay, like I said, you can also use long cable pulls, bend over rows. We're sticking with the machine here. It's probably the thing you're going to find the most. About
we're going to do benching, and then we're going to use 3 reps and 8 sets. And we're using a fairly light weight, but we want to try to throw this weight to the ceiling. You're using your whole body, your back, everything. Brandon's holding his breath, so will I be when you see me come in there. That's different than what bodybuilders are doing, so like the powerlifters are doing. Once again, we're trying to do explosive, powerful, dense bodies. We're trying to stay under 200 pounds. I've been to 225, 230 before, but I'm actually more powerful at the 200 that I'm at right now. Okay, so don't get fooled by just mass, because density is important. Brandon's going to explode up. He's still lowering the weight under control, but he's going to explode up, try to throw the weight to the ceiling. You'll see what I mean. He's also holding his breath, using all of his back. He's arching up like he's trying to let go of my arrow if he were a bow. So here we go. Okay, we're keeping track, but it should be 6. It's easy to lose count when you do this. Last one. Okay, important thing here is our speed didn't drop off. We're not doing these bodybuilding sets where you barely make the last rep. The whole idea is to be fast. Because if you're going to punch, push people off, and grapple, you got to do that fast. Slow animals don't win fights. The explosive, quick animal does. That's what we're trying to build here. All right, we'll move on to some other things probably here. That look good. Try it, it's fun. Coordination drill. I'm using a tennis ball, normal ordinary tennis ball. You can use racket balls, balls you can buy at any store. But anyway, what I'm going to do with this, I'm simulating running as if I were jogging. I'm going to be tossing the ball and catching it, hopefully there, like this, okay? Now you can also stand in place and do this to begin with, okay? Closing your eyes until you hear the ball hit the ground, then open and catch it. Okay, this is a speed, reception, coordination drill. Also, you can throw the ball down, throw punches, and catch the ball. You do this while you're running. That's about the height of the drilling. And if you're running down the street doing this, because the street will bounce the ball different ways. You can't always catch it the same way. But for camera purposes, I'm standing pretty much in the same places doing this stuff. You can do all these movements. See how I'm crossing feet? Okay, now that's what the height of the drill is right there. We're going to move on, talk about something else now. But remember, this is a bonus deal. This is where we're going to go with further tapes. That's the height of the Soviet research right there. Laudagis hodie. How are you doing today, we say in Latin. So hopefully you've learned a lot of information right here on this tape. Time-wise, we've condensed it so you can get the information in a very short period of time. Review the tape, watch it over and over. We did not show you the actual length the drills take. 3 to 5 minutes apiece would have filled a couple hours. However, this information is important. This is a level 1 conditioning and drills tape. Stick with us because Kamarok Boss is on its move. Stick with the organization. This tape will lead you to success in self-defense and in your endeavors. Valete, discupulier.